everybody, welcome to the Midnight Show. Today we have a special guest. Come on out, Skipper.
Hello, Jade.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So you wrote a best-selling book titled I Grew Up Becoming What I Despise. Can you give us a bit of a summary?
Well, that book's about my childhood. Talks about the relationship I had with my mother. It talks about me following in my father's footsteps and working in the mines, and it also talks about my struggle with addiction.
What was your relationship like with your mother and when you were younger and now?
Well, when I was younger, we had a very close relationship. I was the youngest child, so I was, always the baby, and all my brothers who were older had turned into Rupert, so they were drunk and mean. So, as a child, I don't know. I was the sweet little innocent one. We were very close. We talked a lot. And then, when I broke my promise to her, our relationship fell apart because I turned into Rupert and my brothers. Now, years later, when I beat my addiction, I went back and I started to rebuild my relationship with her and showed her that I'm the old Skipper again.
Alright, good. Later, in one of the chapters in your book, you state that you hated your father when you were younger, but later on you discuss how you became him. What caused you to do so?
Well, my father was never really a father to me. He was terrible, and yeah, I hated him because of the way he treated my mother and myself. So I always said, never going to turn into him, never going to drink, not going to do that. And then what happened was he gave me his first sign of attention when he gave me the slingshot. I love the attention I got from my father because I never had it before, so I wanted to do whatever I could to continue to get that attention. When I followed in his footsteps and started drinking and being in the mines, we laughed and joked, and I felt we were building a relationship, but I later know, and I know now, that it was really just two drunk guys being drunk and laughing.
Sure. Have you ever tried to find or reconnect with your brothers?
Well, I wanted to, but they were so far gone, and I just got my sobriety back, and I didn't want to risk going back there and maybe falling into the same thing I fell in with Rupert. And I didn't want to risk that, my sobriety, on family members who may not even care to see me.
If you could, would you go back in time and change your decisions?
I would go back in time because the choices I made when I was younger, they broke my mother's heart. They took many years of my life away with my addiction. And if I could go back, I would have, of course, not followed Rupert's footsteps. I would have stayed in school and done something meaningful with my life and definitely stayed away from the alcohol.
So there's a bit of a big elephant in the room. Where's your dad now?
Rupert died in the mines about 2 years ago. The alcohol he depended on was what ultimately killed him. And when he died, I realized that if I didn't change my ways, I would end up like him in the mines, drunk and alone. And I guess I'm not happy he died, but when he died, I was released from his trance.
Okay, before we continue on to the other questions, I just need to ask you, why do you call your dad Rupert?
Well, Rupert was never a father to me. A father is someone who loves his children and protects them and would do anything to make sure that they're happy. Rupert never did that, therefore Rupert's not my father. He's just a drunken man named Rupert.
That makes sense. What do you mean when you say you were removed from Rupert's trance when he died?
What I mean by that is when he gave me that slingshot, from then on, just like he'd done with my brothers, I was manipulated, I guess you could say, into doing whatever I could to continue to get that attention. I was under his trance, I would do anything, I was just following what he did. But when he died, I realized, well, first of all, he can't give me any more attention, and once I was in rehab, I started to think about it, and I realized that all the attention he'd ever given me was negative attention. That was really, it wasn't real love or anything. So when he died, I realized that when he died, I became my old self again.
Sure. Have you ever considered having your novel made into a movie?
Oh yes, definitely. I would love to have the novel made into a movie because with today's education levels, more people are likely to watch a movie than they are to read a book. And if I can get my message out to more people, hopefully they won't make the same mistakes I did.
Alright, thank you for everything. Is there anything left you would like to tell the audience?
My book's on Amazon. You can pick it up there. And if you're struggling with addiction, you are the only one who can change it. I don't blame Rupert for my choices. I made those choices, but I also made the choice to change it. So if you're dealing with the same thing, make the choice and be a sober you.
All right, that's it. And cut.
Sweet! Done! Yeah! Yeah!